welcome to another video. So in today's video, I got a thing of water yesterday, and I started my day by getting this hose run and watering all this down. And then yesterday, I oiled all these forms, and it just reeks like diesel fuel and oil everywhere now. And I'm out here working, getting ready for the two companies to show up and do all the work. And no, I go back in to, look at, actually I go in to make myself my smoothie before everybody gets here. And I check my phone, and it's blown up. And the concrete company is, trucks broke down. So all this nice stinky forms is just going to sit there and be stinky for some now undetermined amount of time because the weather's going to shit. And I have literally needed to get this poured today to beat the weather. And then I was hoping I was going to get some kind of window of opportunity with the weather that I was going to be able to get another pour in before I need this in here to put water tanks and all this stuff, and now it's just not gonna happen. I've just been getting beat up all year, and I just can't. It's like I can't anything that involves any other humans. It just doesn't work for me. There's always a failure on the other humans. Okay, I've got this power box that just started all the problems, like set me back so far. The power box was just supposed to be my answer for all my power. Still, right now, I should still only be operating on that power box. I shouldn't even have a solar system. I didn't want a solar system until I had plumbing. That was what I spent $5,000 on, a power box to have power, but it never worked right. And not only did I spend $5,000 on it, then because the company are just pieces of human trash, I spent another $2,000 on my truck unnecessarily, setting me back $2,000. $2,000 is, like I would have literally had a washer, dryer, laundry, shower, toilet, everything in here. Had that power box just worked right, okay? Trying to come back from that whole loss, and then I find out from my lawyer that he's been lying to me the entire time, and that he's now basically, he told me I had a $36,000 case, when actually it was under $10,000. He literally lied, and to get hired. So instead of going through a small claims, well over a year ago, and spending a few $100, I've spent, I've spent thousands of dollars. I'm thinking I'm going to get this huge $36,000 payment, when now it's not even 10. Literally, he doubled the amount of this cost of this thing by interjecting lawyers into the situation. This was a small claims case, okay? So I find this out, right? And that it's like, now it's all completely screwed, because I don't have the money to hire another lawyer to fucking go and clean up. And this lawyer's a lying sack of shit, so I can't trust him, right? I mean, literally, I feel like there is literally a government agency making fucking phone calls to every single thing that I have going on in my life, and just plah, plah, or I literally feel like I can't do anything, even like they sent in fucking, maybe they called the company and told the company, tell him your fucking truck broke down. Maybe they did that. Or maybe they fucking maybe they broke the truck down. Maybe the company got a higher bid for today. You don't know in this world, because it's fucking full of liars. You can't trust a fucking thing anybody says at all. I mean, they tell you their truck broke down. They might have just been offered double to come out to their regular job. Who knows? So at this point, I don't even know what to do. Like, the weather turns shit. And this pad needs to be poured. But this pad is just part of it. Like, if I don't have the other part, then do I really need this right now? Like, if I can't have it all, then do I need any of it? That's where I'm at. Like, I was really hoping I would be able to get in another pour. I might not have been able to, okay? The weather is going. You don't pour concrete in the cold unless you have, like, the ability to build structures and do heaters and all this, which I contemplated doing over here. I did. I contemplated, because it's going to be a trench, and I could potentially heat a trench with the propane, this little guy right here, right? So I thought about it, right? But the point is now I'm not there. Like, I should be working on this pad, not making this stupid video, okay? So now the earliest is Friday. And the weather literally goes to shit on Monday, right? And it dips way down, and the average temperature in these next 3 days, which the first 3 days of your concrete pour, are when you need a decent average temperature so you get a good cure. I'm putting fucking tanks on this thing. I don't want a cracked up, crappy pad. I want a really nice concrete pad. I spent a lot of time working really hard on this. I don't want it to go to crap just because a stupid concrete company cancels my pour, okay? So now I'm like, well, do I even pour it all? What? That's all that money I'm about ready to spend, which is, over a couple $1,000. But I'm not going to be able to do anything. Like, I would spend the money and then I'd be able, boom, right onto this other project. Get the backhoe, dig the trench, get this side laid out, start doing the forms over there, buy the rebar, do all this stuff. That's literally like the rest of this week I was supposed to be doing that. And more importantly, installing my fucking heater. I need the pad installed so I can put the heater, the tank out here. I don't want to have the tank out here when I do the pour because it potentially can get messed up, right? So, and now I can't get heat until, and it's like, so if I just say F the pad, then I can just sit here and I don't know how long the smell of the diesel and the oil is going to be, but it's going to be indefinitely. I'll have zero hope of having any sort of plumbing until, so many months down the road. We're talking about 6 months, like March, before I can seriously pour concrete, before the weather is decent enough to pour concrete, right? That's another 6 months or whatever, however many months it is to March, 5 or 6, right? And with absolute, at least if I would have got this poured, there would have been hope. Hi, Froggy. Froggy. I don't mind him doing his frog thing during the day, but man, he does that shit at night, and I'm like baiting on the floor, but beat on the floor, he stops. It's pretty nice. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what to do at this point. 100% lost, 100% just, and it's always just other people's, like, I'm ready to go, I got people scheduled, got everything, and then no, and do they give me any sort of like days? No, it's like 1 hour before they're supposed to be here. I'm literally out here just spraying water on this, like just just throwing away money. Water's not that expensive, but it still costs money. So I'm just like, for nothing. Literally, I have to smell now this diesel fueled boards. And it just reeks for nothing. So, yeah. I was going to get this place all sealed up. I was going to pour this pad and pour that pad and then build this all up. And then, before I got this whole concept to where it is now, I was going to not have a pet until I had fences all the way around the entire property, and like this animal-proof fence, like so I could not have to worry about losing pets, right? Well, so then when I got this idea, I started to think, I could get cats once this is finished and the walls are done and it's a secure, it'll be more than enough room to have cats, right? But then I'm thinking about the world situation right now and how we have like I spoke in another video about the second burning of at Alexandria, which we could be way past the second burning. But basically, what happens is you get societies that are full of people that don't understand all the new technology, and all they want to do is go back to the old ways and rip everything down. And history shows this goes time and time again. So here we are, a lot of really dumb people really want to tear things down right now. And it's like, am I gonna have a nice, peaceful, happy life where I can have cats and then build my fence and then have puppies and build out my farm? Is that all even a reality? Like, I mean, literally our country has been dumbed down intentionally from number 1, and we're currently number 14. And then we have more weapons than anybody in the world by a long shot. And I'm not even just talking about all the people running around with guns and stuff. I'm talking about the military stockpiles of weapons around the world is just crazy, right? And these crazy people have been working on this 3 World War thing for millennia, or no, not for millennia, for like 100 years, okay, a little over 100 years. The guy wrote the whole thesis about 3 world wars could bring around to 1 world government, right? And that's what these people are then working on. And I believe that, most of the leaders of the world are in on it. It's an absolute, they've got their robots now. They literally do not need all these people that are, and the only way those people have ever contemplated about, getting population under control is just by killing people on the mass, right? Then, what we're seeing now with all this authoritarian, and the dummies like that, okay? And when you look at the facts that the dummies like the authoritarianism, and the people, the Bush family, has been working on turning the United States into a fascist dictatorship for about 100 years, okay? So Smedley Butler was approached by a group that Prescott Bush was a member of to overthrow the president of the United States in a fascist coup, okay? And I think that was like in the 30s, right? And I could go on and on. The CIA was then controlled by the Bush family, and the CIA killed Kennedy. They put a bullet in Reagan, John Lennon. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, right? And so when you have a family that has worked so hard to do something, and then all of a sudden you start to see the thing that they want happening, okay? And, I look at this situation and I'm like, I feel as though that this guy was groomed for this. His Bush, Nixon, Trump just pardoned. He has freaking Nixon tattooed on his back. I don't know why I can't remember his name. So anyway, there is the direct connection between the Bush family and Trump. And now with what we see happening and with the Bush family's history, I am very worried that this is going to go very bad, and that's the concept is the takeover, and then the wars with the other dictators, and then there's going to just be one dictator ruling the whole world. That's the 3 World War theory. That's not like me going, oh, I think this is what's going to happen. This is what this dude wrote down over 100 years ago in this whole thesis that you can look up for yourself. Okay, and it's playing out that way. Kind of, it's a scary time. So, I don't know if I'm gonna get kittens and puppies. I like bring them into this world. I mean, they're already in this world. I would just be taking care of them. But how well can I take care of them in a world that's gonna fall apart that bad? And that's where I'm at. Like, I think this concrete not showing up is probably a sign. Like, yeah, you don't need that concrete. You should just go. Just go someplace where there's not going to be a nightmare coming. That might be it. Who knows? Peace.